tonight's debate. This week's hot topic has been focused on the importance of digital literacy for our teachers and how prepared they are to train our students for a life in a digital world. To help us unpack this issue, 3 special guests have been invited onto the show. First up, Vice-Chancellor Bruce Downton from Macquarie University, Federal Minister for Education in Australia, Simon Birmingham, and finally, Janet, a seasoned teacher from the well-respected Tara Anglican School for Girls. To introduce this issue, Chancellor, I have a question for you. In today's schools, the National Foundation for Education Research Survey has shown that 33% of our teachers have felt they lack the confidence in using technology in their everyday lessons. Why do you think this is the case?
Good evening everyone, and thank you again for inviting me. I think this is a contentious issue mainly in regards to the training that is provided by institutes such as universities and TAFEs. In one study, it has been found that out of 60 technology-related subjects, only 29 were designed to develop future teachers' technology skills in relation to their use in the classrooms. A variety of factors can influence the outcome of teachers' digital literacy. Just to name a few: access to resources, the universities they attend, and of course, the generational difference when the younger generations seem to have a much more in-depth knowledge of technology.
So, can it be considered that digital literacy is seen as a crucial skill to possess for current teachers? Minister?
I would say so. The importance of digital literacy cannot be underestimated in today's society. This issue concerns the ability of teachers modeling the appropriate behavior for technology and students being able to take these lessons into their future. The world is now engulfed in technology so much, so that it's become a permanent fixture in our lives. In 2014 to 2015, an ABS study found that 94% of households has access to a digital device that required basic technological understanding. It is of this base that we can predict future jobs for this student will require a basic grasp on digital literacy. Also, just to pick up on the Vice-Chancellor's early point, I agree that differential access to resources does have an impact on how teachers are prepared. However, one government initiative to combat this discrepancy is the Smarter Schools initiative that spent $444 million to improve teachers' quality, which essentially means creating a benchmark that all teachers need to meet regardless of school sectors.
I'm just going to stop you there. We've got a quick question from an audience member regarding your last point. But the curriculum in Australia is still being tested using traditional paper and pen methods. What's the relevance of teachers being equipped with technological skills if the students aren't even being tested with it? Oh, actually, I think our local school teacher would have an interesting insight into this topic.
I would just like to point out that there is a great benefit and importance in using technology within the classroom. From my years of experience, I've discovered that they are stimulated through different mediums of technology, which doubles as a great motivator for the student itself. They become interested and engaged with their learning. It also creates relevance, as stated earlier by the Vice-Chancellor. These students are heavily surrounded by different forms of technology in their everyday life, whether that be through peers and family, so it makes for an incredibly effective tool in capturing their attention because it is so familiar to them. Another benefit shown by recent studies has been the effect digital media use has on fostering the independence, ownership, and inquisitiveness of students, essentially paving a pathway for future practices of self-learning.
Thank you for your insight, Janet. Unfortunately, we're almost approaching the end of our segment. Just one final question to wrap things up. What do you see as the possible methods of combating this issue is for the future?
Well, Australia is currently partnered with the ICDL, the International Computer Driving Licence Foundation, to enable individuals and organisations to build and certify their employees' competency in the use of computers and digital tools. We already have the ACER certified literacy and numeracy tests that need to be passed for our current teachers. I feel as though the digital literacy tests would be useful in addition to our
to test our teachers' technology skills as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Another suggestion could also be for individual schools to perhaps consider workshops or seminars that could be conducted on a yearly basis to help teachers keep up with the rapidly changing face of technology, in case they don't have access to facilities to learn how to operate technology in their personal lives.
So there you have it, folks. We'll see you next week for our special 100th episode show.